So before we get into the new experience with the Ruger Gen 265 Grendel, I'm just showing a video of my first range trip using 3 different factory magazines. The included 10-rounder inserted and released with very little effort needed. These larger capacity magazines, this is a Unimag. Takes some doing to get that to insert and would not drop free when loaded. And then the ASC 25 round was much the same way, hard to insert, empty or full, and would not drop free, empty or full. So just a recap of where we started, and then let's get into what I did to the Magwell to attempt to alleviate this issue. Alright, we're updating our Ruger Generation 265 Grendel video set here. Previously at the range, I demonstrated the use of the included 10-round Duromag and then some other magazines in terms of feeding and cycling. Check out that other video. So in terms of putting the magazines into the Gen 2 here, so that's the 10-round it was included with, the bolt's back, it's unloaded. And what I did after the first range visit is I cleaned out the internal pocket here. There's previous in this video, you saw that. 10-round mag now inserts very easily, no problem, drops free, no issues. So I'm going to go ahead and load this magazine and show you if it drops free. Alright, 10-round magazine loaded with 10 rounds. Inserted. Does not drop free. Little encouragement. Inserted. Rip away. Rips away nice and easily. Depress. Doesn't drop free. Rip away with this depressed. No real issue there. Round doesn't come flying out of the magazine when you do that. And let's do the Unimag next. Alright, I have a Unimag which was developed about 3 or 4 years ago. They were hot for a minute. It's supposed to run a multitude of calibers with the same follower setup, etc., etc. So here's the Unimag inserted, empty. Empty. Drops free. Drops free. I don't believe it did that before I cleaned out the pocket. Let's go ahead and load the Unimag. Alright, loaded the Unimag with 19 rounds of Grendel. Make sure those are all pushed back. Insertion is much more difficult. There is no way this is coming out. Depressed. Encouragement. 5 or 6 hits, nothing. Rip away. Again, do that again. Set that in there. Rip away. 19 rounds, Unimag. Does not drop free. I believe this the feed lips of the magazine swell when you start putting a number of rounds in there, which is the issue. Alright, and then a 25 round ASC Grendel magazine. Inserts easily. Inserted. A little bit of wiggle to get it to drop out empty. Won't just drop out on its own. And we'll load it up. Alright, 19 rounds loaded in an ASC 25 round magazine. Fully seated. Depressed. 5 hits, nothing. Rip it out. Inserted. depressed, rip it out. So much like the Unimag, requires a little bit of force to get that in and out. We're taking the Ruger Gen 2 6.5 Grendel out again tonight. 16-inch barrel. It's outfitted with a forward blast deflector muzzle brake. Free-floated barrel. Added an MCarbo spring over this past week, so I'm going to work with a few shots here, verify my zero, but also just get a feel for the new trigger spring that's in it. Using 90 grain American Eagle TNT ammunition. I noticed some split necks on a few of the factory casings. You can see one there, there, and there. So I marked these rounds. I blacked out the primer. So I just use these for general range use. But for some reason in that last batch of that factory ammo, I had a bunch of split necks. So when I eject the casings, I'll show you that those necks come out split like that. Nothing you can do about it, just the way they were loaded. We'll start at 100, verify my zero, and then we'll get on a hunt. So far, 2 coyotes and 1 pig on the first outing. Hope to get some more tonight. All right, so I took the action off the stock to install the trigger spring. I reinstalled the action, and then I also moved the scope 1 rail position back towards my eye. So all those changes resulted in a shift of 0. I need to go ahead and adjust left and down. All right, so here's 3 of the spent casings, and you can see clearly the cracked necks, non-reloadable. Not sure what the special SKU number is for this version of cracked Grendel, but I would say it's hard to find. So we will throw those directly in the trash bin.